Message of encouragement. I told you this before, okay? Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever does. Along your whole life, people will doubt you, friends will doubt you, even coaches will doubt you, but you cannot doubt yourself. You want to be here with your own story, you can't doubt yourself. And the funny thing is, as I get older, when I'm getting older, people will doubt you from afar. They're sitting there like, oh, what's that guy doing? He's older. What's he doing? But ignore that. Ignore that. You know you're good enough to be somewhere. You know you're good enough to be there somewhere. 2 years, last year I coached my son in football and baseball, but I've been to the IFL, AFL, NFL camp workouts, preseason stuff, mini camps. I've done this stuff. You can look it up in AI mode. I've been doing this stuff for years, and it frustrates the heck out of me when you know you can still play and you're good, and other guys sit there and talk. You gotta have a coach and ownership take a chance on you, and that's the thing for the spring. Even if it's not March, April, it'll be. Even if it's June, July, I don't care if it's the finish off the season. But when I start, I finish it. I finish what I start. I go out there and do what I got to do. So it's not a one-way trip. Well, my son, with football and baseball, he's been great. He's great at baseball. We've been working with that stuff. So you see this stuff on here. You see my stuff with football and in baseball. That stuff, I do that, like when I put it up, that's that day that I do with him. So you see that stuff on there, the hitting, and a little bit of football yesterday. That's what we do. Saturday, what I realized is Saturday, I just do with him light stuff, like a few hurdles, some sled, and that's it. And then I take him for ice cream. We go to Dave & Buster's, or we go to like a Coca-Cola place because I want him to rest up. He's been better each and every Sunday the last 3 weeks because his body rests up. I don't want to overtrain him, wear him out. So during the week, you just split it up with football and baseball. If you do a little bit half and half, or one full, and just a little bit just ball drills. Yesterday, we did football and we did some ball drills, catching passes. If I'm being real with it, and he's my son. And as far as baseball is concerned, baseball, he's a monster hitter. He's a prodigy hitter. It's great. Baseball, he's got to feel more better, know the situation, like running on first base. Run on first, 1 out, where's the play? He's got to know that stuff situational there. We're working on that. With football, he's a good runner. He's a good runner, and he's getting more second-level vision. He's got to get it more consistently. So people are always talking about Christian McCaffrey and all that other stuff. If he half and half, if he runs the ball, if I give him 4 or 5 touches on the ground, I want him to get 50 yards. If I give him 2 or 3 catches, get 50 yards, something like that. If he's running the ball 5 or 6 times, get 100 yards. Just move up. More runs, 10 to 15 yards. His short game is good. He can catch short passes. Got to do that consistently. Intermediate, yeah, he's okay at that. But deep passes, we got to work on that. The wheel routes, the post routes, we got to work on that because he's not doing that consistently enough. Some people are sitting there like, oh, your son's 7. Oh, you shouldn't be training. No. I have kids on my team. I have 9 kids, and bless them, they're awesome. 2 I've never really played before. The one girl on my team is really good, Amelia. She can run. But sometimes you can't have certain kids in the offense if you're on post wheels. The defense isn't going to respect it. If it's a close game, that's what happens. And then when you coach in youth sports, you'll get parents that want to give their kid the ball every single time. Then you get understanding parents. Then you get parents that sit there and train your kid. That's what I look for. We have a chance to do something this fall. We have a chance to win. This week we play the Dolphins. It's going to be a monsoon in Canton, Ohio, and one of my best players is sick right now with hand, foot, and mouth. So he's going to miss practice today. Hopefully he comes there Sunday, but it's going to be pouring out. And I told his dad, who's another coach of mine with me, he's the assistant coach. I said, look, if he's got to take off, take him off. We need him for the playoffs. Hey, listen, we'll work against the Dolphins. We can be 2-3 or 2-4 or 3-3. We can get a first-round bye in the B bracket, or we'll have to play somebody, but I'd rather be full strength playing somebody than half strength playing the Dolphins and the half strength playing the playoff game, because we can play 3 games at that time next week. And I always say thunder and lightning. My son, like I said, Cason's the thunder, Sean's the lightning. Everybody else around him. Enzo's been great. Declan's been great. Elijah, Aurora, Bo, Quinn, Amelia, Aurora, Enzo. All that stuff right there. Quinn's one of the best quarterbacks I've seen. She's just hesitant, and she's good. She's I call her Icebox from Little Giants. That's what I call her, Icebox from Little Giants. And that's the thing. So while I'm training, doing what I need to do here, being a father is, like I said, I'm thankful to be his coach, but blessed to be his father. And I see this stuff, and I put in a lot of work with him with football and baseball, but just make sure he still loves it, still likes it, and that's the thing. You don't want to wear some kid out, be that's the thing you can do at this age. But when I train him like that hard. I do what I do, but in a certain degree, because he's a certain age, and that's what you got to do. That's what you got to be out there. But They shut my field down, the Hall of Fame field. They shut it off because they're doing construction. I don't know what the heck they're doing over there, but they're doing that. And so I'm in here. I'll probably go to Walsh in North Canton, and you know, but depending on how the weather is, this weekend's supposed to rain and be 60. I'm worried because, like I said, we got to play in a monsoon. So what I do is I wet the football at practice. I wet the football and have her throw a wet football, throw short, throw intermediate. It might help us out on defense because they have one kid that goes and cuts all the way back. I scouted them out. That's the funny thing about it. I know some of their offense, but you know, when you stay around and watch these kids, 4 and 5, 3 and 4 are Tiny Techs. 5 and 6, they get a little better. It's a little more serious. Than 7 and 8, you got some kids, you got some teams. If you ever seen the movie Ladybugs, it's like that team you play. It's not Rodney Dangerfield's team, it's the other team. Woo, blow the whistle, boom, 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 routes, in, out, in, out, in, out, rotation, rotation. That's what it is. So we're going against the grain, and we're still good. We're still good. I told the kids, if you saw my message last week, be confident. Don't doubt yourself, man. When you get in there, I don't care if you get in there 1 time or 5 times, do the best you can. You have to have a short memory. If you mess up or you don't pull a flag or you run 5 or 10 yards and you get your flag pulled and you almost score, don't come back frustrated. Be like, all right, next play. Next play. Zone it out. Zone it out, man. Me, as an athlete, you know, you have to have a memory of just so many people will sit there and hate. And they hate from afar. They'll sit there and talk on forums and all this other stuff, and you're sitting there like, they wake up late at 12 o'clock eating pancakes in their mommy's basement. They never did anything. And then when I go late to law, I had to deal with politics in Mount Union. I had to deal with all that stuff. I went to Grand Valley State, University of Hawaii to walk on. I had to deal with politics there. So when you look it up, you're like, oh, where's Sean Malafronte? I did all that stuff on my own. The NFL workouts with the Jets, Seahawks, and Browns, I did that all on my own. Was hurt with the Cleveland Gladiators, with a brain bruise, hospital 5 weeks with the NFL. I talked to them down there in Florida, a couple of players down there, trained down there. I got out of the hospital like Wolverine. Boom, boom. I don't care. I don't care, man. I don't care. So what I do as a slot receiver, my son's actually seen it, and his feet are fast. He's got fast feet in the ladder. And I've seen kids in the ladder in high school. I don't know what the hell they're doing. What? Some of these coaches don't know how to coach some of the high schools, and I'm sitting here like, huh? I don't want my son, if he gets older, playing baseball or football, having to deal with that stuff. But like I said, you deal with it here, and then it's not just my son. You know, there's another kid on our team, Enzo. I try to train him if he wants to go in the offseason because we need him next spring. I got Sean, Kaysen, who are monsters, both of them. Enzo trying to come back. I'm trying to get him back. And maybe Quinn's brother, Bo, who's a cornerback, but he's got to work on his speed. But he might not be playing. So I don't know who I'm going to have. So it's a roster sometimes when I have a playbook. I mean, my playbook, my playbook for, I'm going to show this up real quickly. All right, here. So I write this out. I write my playbook. When I'm playing football, I look at the defense, and I see their defense and see how they are. So when I'm calling plays, I see how their defense is. Weak play, call on the right side. I'm calling this play on the right side, this reverse. All right, safety's over the top. It's 4-on-1. We're on the wheel route on the outside. I'm going to tell Quinn, throw it to Kaysen. Throw it to Sean on the spot. You got to hit it right away. Do not wait. Give him some time. She did it right away last time. He got a 25-yard gain out of it. But I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm going to show you this. Center passes. These are runs and passes. Okay? Let me see if I got on there. I have formations, blah, blah, blah. Then I have these routes. Shouldn't be showing them. Pass routes, goal line plays, formations, situations, offense, defense, center run, mixing them up with passes, and then reverses. That's what I have, reverses and center runs. So you can do multiple things on that. So when you do a center run or mix it up, you can actually have that as a pass too. You have to multiply. You have to do something different. My son, I'm going to train him in pads because tackling football around here sometimes, it's shady as heck. If I'm not the coach, I'm going to watch it, and I'm sitting here like, what? Like, if you're a kid that wants to play running back sometimes, you can play running back and receiver, they might put you in a different position. I've seen kids that can catch the ball at tight end, they put them on offensive lineman, and they quit because they just play O-line, D-line, and they want to play tight end. And they're just based it on size and age. I don't know. I like some of the systems. I'm going to train him in pads. I'm going to buy him in pads. He's too young to play pads. And the funny thing is, I became pro and I didn't get in pads until I was 15 years old. So don't let me hear he's got to be in pads early. I've seen guys in pads early that are dink. Okay? When you get to high school and college. Who cares if you played in pads early? Does that matter? Play flag football. Run your routes precisely. Sean is a shifty runner. He's very shifty. Boom, boom, in and out. He's like me, quick and shifty. with short stuff. But I need him to be precise if he's running routes. Sean's got good speed side to side. Vertical, he's still got good speed. But the fastest kid on our team probably might be Kaysen. He's a little bit faster than Sean. But Sean, I can have him run up the middle, then bounce out to the outside, then go down the sidelines. He's getting better at that. I know he'd be good in pass, but he's getting better at that. So that is what it is. I'm focused on me as a player too, but I'm focused on my son also. So when you see on here, it's daily. It's teaching. It's then teaching on some of the days, training right after that, me training, and then helping my son out, coaching him football and baseball, and then other kids on the team, football and baseball. I'm not just worried about my son on the team on the Seahawks. I'm worried about all these other kids because like I said, if they want to play this game, if they want to play further, even if they don't want to be on my team, if they want to be on a younger team that's just moving up, maybe they'll get more playing time, maybe it's a little bit, okay, great. But I want you to want to play. I want you to want to play. Don't quit because of some coach. Don't do that. But like I said before, I mean, that is what it is. That's a trait. He's aggressive on defense himself when he plays football. When he gets pissed off, I'm dead serious. He's hit or miss. He's such a good kid. He's a nice kid. When he gets mad, he's like me. When I get mad, I'm focused. Boom. I'm focused regardless. I'm the kind of guy that says get a pine box. I don't care. I'm the kind of guy that says that in the huddle. I'm the kind of guy that jumps in. If I don't even have to ask questions. As an athlete, I don't have to ask questions. So if I'm in a huddle or whatever, and I see one of my guys getting in a fight with one of their guys, I'm jumping in first. I don't ask questions, and I'm taking my guy's side. He could be at fault for that totally. I'm gonna take his side. I'm gonna have his back. You could be a D lineman. And that's the funny thing about it. I didn't get along with everybody at my college when I went there. I busted my ass, and a lot of kids not a lot of kids. Let me say a lot of kids. Some of them, I don't know how they started, but I have no idea. But if another team's out there, if you don't have my jersey on, that is what it is. I'm going out, and it's on my side. It's with us. It's with us. My son's gotten a lot better, and I know it's crazy because I kept the stats. Baseball, he was 42 or 46 this year with no strikeouts. He led the team in RBIs and batting average, and he was second, I think, in runs scored. And he was 1 for 3 in the All-Star game. And next spring, he said, coach is like, hey, you could be the Mets. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And we'll have half the kids older, half them younger. But I want to get him better in fielding. But I'll tell you one thing right now. Baseball, he's good. He's good. Football, he's good too. Baseball, he's great. Football, he's pretty good. And he's getting better in football. And that's the funny thing about it. I didn't play in pads until I was 15. So you could be a late bloomer. You can do whatever you need to do. I'm just instilling this hard work and work ethic in him now. So he realizes that when he's older, if I'm not his coach and they're running sprints or doing something, oh, that shit's easy. I was in the ice in my driveway. I was in the snow while you were sitting there playing with your friends. He doesn't have brothers or sisters. I had friends on my block when I was a kid, so I played basketball a lot of times when they were like 18 years old. I mean, when they were 16, I was 12, 13. I got better. So when I played other kids my age, it was easy. It was easy. Soccer, basketball was easy. Football in the street from pole to pole, that's what I did. And then we went to the park, Cal Carson Park in New York, played baseball there. I never played organized baseball until I was older, and that's the funny thing about it. He's good now, and with football, I didn't play organized until I was 15. So, and I went to the hardest state to play, one of the hardest states to play in the country. So, I never doubted myself. First time I caught a pass when I was 15, I caught a pass. The starting DB tackles me. I was like, oh, that's how it feels. Okay. He broke his collarbone. He was out for the spring. Then I caught a pass on a 5-yard out, turned the corner, lowered my shoulder, boom, struck some kid named Mike, boom. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, this is how it is. Okay, I just got to get used to it real fast, boom. But you'll see this on here. You see a lot of stuff on here, and there you go. It's been different. It's been different. He can be, when he's on defense too, he gets mad. He over pursues. When he's a DB, he wants to be the first one there to pull the flag. That's why I think he'd actually be good at tackle if he plays defense on safety or corner, because he can hit somebody. He's the first one there to run up to him, but they got to run by him. They're shifty sometimes, and he doesn't know. You got to pull the flag. That's what it is. But whatever. That's fine. But I'm excited to see what he's got and the other kids got. We play the Dolphins this weekend. Like I said, it is going to be a monsoon. It is going to just literally rain. Hey, man. T6 Aldridge, do you got CT? Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, listen. No, I don't. But one time, in all seriousness, in my rookie year, I was with Cleveland, so you can listen to this. I was with Cleveland, caught a pass by my head hit the turf. I had a brain bruise. In the hospital 5 weeks. Coma 2 days. I got up. 4 cops had to strap me down. I got up. The story's online. And then I had to learn everything from day one, from walking a little bit more, doing that stuff. I got out in 5 weeks. I ended up training down in Florida. Brandon Marshall's cousin down there in Florida. Running routes. It was just hazy out there. Then I ended up earning a contract. In the fall because I kept going. The doctor said, hey, you shouldn't do anything for a few months, 3 or 4 months. I'm not listening to them. Got out there, got it going there, and earned the contract and did that stuff. So, T6 Aldridge, you want to ask, did you got CTE at early stages? No. And if you're trying to be funny, man, you need to focus on yourself and stay in your lane, which is not my lane. You're whatever your name is. I'm me. You are you. So people that want to sit there and hate and talk from afar, they've never been through what I've been through. It's okay. You don't experience that. And that's okay, man. I always say this. If somebody's hating on you, somebody's talking, listen, there's 2 things you're going to do about show Malafronte. You're going to like me or you're not going to like me. Love me or hate me. But you're going to feel some way about it. Good. You're going to be talking. Good. Keep talking. That's what it is. Let them talk about you. If you didn't have haters in your life, if you didn't have people in your life that hated on you, it would be, you know you're doing something. You know you're doing something when people are sitting there talking. And that's awesome about it. But like I told my son, back to my son, I told him this is a grind. This is a grind, okay? What you do in life is a grind, and you're going to get people along whatever spray of life you do. Sit there and talk. You cannot listen to that. You have to block out that noise. Block out that noise, man. Just block it out. It'll be simple. So I leave you with this. Listen to that. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever does. People will doubt you. Even friends that think they're your friends will doubt you. They'll sit there and say hi to your face. You walk away. They'll sit there and talk. They'll sit there and bump their gums. Don't worry about it. Okay, it is what it is. But me personally, I know I can play. I know what I can do. But that is what it is. People sit there and want to talk. Let them talk. Me personally, as a father, I'm concerned about being a father, the best father I could be, and teaching my son athletics, but teaching him more because he's gotten so much better. Teaching him humility and teaching him grit, grind, determination, strength, and teaching him to be a leader and humble. That's what it is. And be loud and talk on defense, offense. Be loud. Say, hey, good job. Come back. Come back to the hole. Back to the hole. Come here. That's what you got to instill in them. Even if they're young, you got to instill it while they're early. Okay. So just remember that, and that is what it is. I grind all the time. I'm not going to show everything on here that I do. I'm going to film a lot of my son. But like I said, I'll show like spurts of what I do on the daily thing. But that is what it is. I'll show spurts of that. And that doesn't mean I'm not doing it because I'm doing it all the time. I just don't want to put everything that I'm doing, and I want to put the coaching of my son, his team, and then some of the plays he has, baseball, and then what I do, and then I'll say what I say. Not many people, I'll put 50 stories on there. People look at like 3 or 4 of them. But I'll put a lot of my son, and then towards the tail end, my routes, some of the stuff with my quarterback that I have. And then just because I show those doesn't mean I haven't done them recently. Done them, filming them up, done that stuff. But like I said before, I'm not putting everything on here. That is what it is. But, we'll see. And I take my life one day at a time. Dominic Terrell takes it 1 mile at a time. I take it 1 mile at a time. No, I take it one day at a time, every single time. And that's it. Be humble. Be thankful. And I'm thankful every single day that I get to see a sunrise, sunset, and see my son and raise him and help other kids out, get their confidence up. I'm blessed with that. So be blessed every single day. All right? Let's get it.